Hello Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Aries, let's go over your energy as well as your person's energy. We're going to see how the both of you are currently viewing this relationship and how you guys feel about it and what actions you guys plan on taking each other's direction and are moving forward. So with all that being said, Aries, let's get started. How does Aries currently view this relationship? All right, so we do have the Three of Cups, we do have the Two of Wands, and then we also have the Nine of Swords. I would really like to look into the Nine of Swords a little bit more just to get a rough idea what's going on here on your end. But with the Three of Cups coming out here, I feel like there is somebody here that's trying to, like, develop a very close relationship with you. And it more than likely is somebody fairly new that's taking a whole lot of interest in you, Aries. But yeah, like, I feel like they're trying to develop a very close, relationship with you. And it does appear to me that this is somebody that you're very interested in as well. This is somebody that you feel very drawn to, as well. So the feeling is essentially mutual in that aspect. However, with the Nine of Swords coming out here, this to me just kind of feels like an energy of something holding you back. And it could just be yourself holding yourself back. But let's see what's going on nonetheless. Tell me more about the Nine of Swords. So this to me just kind of feels, like an energy of you kind of holding yourself back, but it is kind of stemming from a place of fear. Let me explain. I think that deep down inside, Aries, that if you continue to invest more time and energy towards them and your relationship with them, things are just going to continue to grow and progress, right, between the two of you. And there's a part of you that wants that, but there's a part of you that fears that at the same exact time. Like, you fear that things might reach, higher levels of commitment between the two of you, primarily because a lot of you might find yourself feeling like you're not ready for all of that. It could have a lot to do with past traumas on top of that, but you just kind of know, dude, deep down inside, if you keep investing more time and energy towards this connection between you and this person, it's just going to continue to grow. It's just going to continue to grow. And eventually, there's a huge possibility that things could reach higher levels of commitment between the two of you, or eventually this person might find themselves wanting more out of you in this dynamic that the two of you share with one another. The real issue that you're having here is that you don't really know if you're entirely ready for all of that as of right now. It's like a part of you feels like you're ready for that and a part of you feels like you're not. But I feel like it also has a lot to do with, like, fear of getting heartbroken again, fear of getting disappointed again, fear of getting let down again. Okay, let's look at this person. So it's like, as much as you want to hold back, I would say, from this person and this connection, it's kind of hard for you to do that because of how well you mesh with this person, how compatible you are. But what's really, really, like, forcing you to kind of hold back has a lot to do with this fear that you're experiencing or these past traumas that you haven't necessarily fully healed from, things of that nature. But I don't know, it kind of looks like you're experiencing the only inner conflict because of this fear, because of this past trauma that you experienced in a previous relationship. But let's look at this person. Okay, so we have the Devil out here. We do have the Three of Wands, and then we also have the Queen of Pentacles out here. It's interesting because I'm getting like a level of holding back coming from you, but I'm also getting like a level of holding back coming from them. And I'm kind of curious as to why that is. And it could be, because of this person's, past traumas as well. It could be due to fear because the Devil could definitely represent fear. It could also represent somebody feeling, confined or restricted in some way. But we're going to see what's going on here on their end because the feeling is essentially mutual. And I was already getting that for the both of you. It's like you feel very drawn to them and they feel very drawn to you. You're very curious to see where life could possibly take the both of you. So are they. But I just kind of feel like there's certain things, you know what I mean, that are kind of holding the two of you back. And it could be the exact same things, like fear, past traumas, things of that nature. But let's see what's going on their behalf. Tell me more about the Devil. Yeah, the Ten of Swords. We do have the, you guys are very, very similar in your ways, like to the point where it's kind of creepy. Very, very similar in your ways. The same things that are holding you back are the same things that are essentially holding them back. It's not that they don't want this relationship to reach higher levels of commitment, because they do. I just kind of feel like their biggest thing has a lot to do with the whole, but what if I get hurt? What if I get disappointed? What if I get let down again? Like, I don't really want to go through that. I don't really want to go through this. Like, it does kind of have that type of, feel to it, which is the same issue that you're kind of experiencing here on your behalf. So the feeling is mutual, but so is the fear. Okay. How does Aries currently feel? Okay. So if we get rid of, like, your fears, your doubts, your reservations, like your past traumas and everything that you've been through in previous relationships, I mean, this is somebody that you really do like. This is somebody that you would love to continue to get to know and build towards a relationship with, in hopes that eventually things will reach higher levels of commitment here between, the two of you. So yeah, dude, if we get rid of your doubts and reservations, you're basically kind of looking at this person like they're basically perfect for you, like they're the one for you. I guess we'll see how you decide to go about this entire situation, because I'm very, very curious to see if you or even your person is going to allow fear to stop the two of you from coming together and building towards a life with one another. But we'll see how it all plays out. How does this person currently feel about their relationship? Okay. So we do have the Judgment card, we do have the Moon, and then we also have the Six of Cups out here. So when it comes down to the Queen of Pentacles, another thing that I've noticed about the Queen of Pentacles in particular is that they have a difficult time embracing the level of the unknown. I feel like earth signs typically struggle with embracing the level of the unknown. It's just something that I've noticed, right? And with the moon coming out here, there is a level of the unknown obviously attached to this dynamic here between the two of you. Like, at the end of the day, they don't know if this is going to work out in their favor or blow up in their face. They just don't know. And I think that that's what bothers this person the most, is that they just don't know what to anticipate and or expect from you. At the end of the day, they know that, they mean well. They know that their heart, I'm sorry, they know that they have your best interest at heart. The real issue is that they don't necessarily know, like, if you have their best interest at heart, or if you essentially mean well. You see what I'm saying? So I feel like that's what really, like, bothers them the most when it comes down to you and this dynamic that they find themselves in with you. I just kind of feel like this person wants to avoid going through, like, the same old that they've essentially been through in previous relationships, because it kind of looks like, unfortunately, this person has experienced some bad experiences when it comes down to dating, when it comes down to being in a relationship with a person. So there's certain things obviously that this person wants to avoid from experiencing all over again. I am definitely getting that. So here's what I basically see you more than likely having to go through with this person. You might notice this person, constantly fishing for reassurance from you. You might notice that coming from this person. He just might, because I do see this person, despite their doubts and reservations, wanting to pursue this and see where life will possibly take the both of you. But because there is that level of the unknown attached to all of this, they're going to be fishing for reassurance, from you, possibly on a frequent basis. I am definitely getting that strongly. This person, unfortunately, may find themselves projecting past experiences that they've had with other people, like, onto you in this dynamic that they share with you. So you may need to, like, come in and, like, reassure this person, and prove to this person that you're nothing like, this person that they were dealing with from their past, things of that nature. Okay, what actions will Aries take towards this person or moving forward? So we do have the King of Wands. We do have the Three of Pentacles. We also have the Magician. And then we also have the Chariot out here. So in regards to how you plan on moving forward, Aries, within this dynamic that you share with this person, what I basically see you doing is taking a risk, is basically taking a chance here, when it comes down to this person in particular. At the end of the day, like, you can't help but to feel drawn to this person. You can't help but to, like, give your heart exactly what your heart wants, which is basically them and your relationship with them. Granted, you don't really know how all of this is going to play out. I mean, this could totally work out in your favor or blow up in your face, and you understand that, one or the other could totally happen here, right? Within this dynamic between you and this person. But I feel like But I feel like you feel like the likelihood of this relationship going south or blowing up in your face is very unlikely to essentially happen. That's just basically what you feel like, intuitively speaking, okay? The bottom of the deck, we do have the King of Pentacles, making it a true pair situation here between you and this person. We do have the King and the Queen of Pentacles. You know, I think that the main reason why you feel like the likelihood, right, of this entire situation blowing up in your face or not working out in your favor, you know, is concerned, has a lot to do with the fact that you took the time to really get to know this person, and the way that they are as an individual. And you're finding a lot of comfort in that. Like, you're learning that you're dealing with somebody who's very invested in you. You're learning that you're dealing with somebody who's very serious about you, and, you know, they have your best interests at heart. I mean, the list goes on, and you're finding a lot of comfort in that. Which I feel like that's the same thing this person should be kind of doing, because I feel like when it comes down to them, it's like they're so consumed by fear that they're not really taking the time to like really get to know you and what you're about. Because I feel like if they would have went down that route, they would find themselves finding a lot of comfort in the way that you are, for example, you know, as an individual. Because the King of Pentacles is somebody who's very big on commitment, very big on loyalty. They're just at that stage in their life where they're looking for somebody they could settle down with, build towards a life with, things of that nature. So if this person would have set aside, I would say, like their fears or doubts, their reservations, and everything that they've been through in previous relationships, and just spent all of that time focusing on you and really getting to know you and what you're about, they wouldn't find themselves as fearful as they do right now. They wouldn't find themselves, you know, worrying about, what if Aries is just like my ex? What if Aries puts me through this? What if, like, they wouldn't find themselves thinking those things or feeling that way. So I think that it would be extremely beneficial for them to like really set aside their doubts and reservations about you and just really get to know you. You know what I mean? Okay. So we do have the Knight of Pentacles. We do have the Sun. And then we also have the Knight of Cups. At the bottom of the deck, we do have the Eight of Pentacles, so Nine of Pentacles, and then we also have the Two of Cups. I am definitely getting something strongly, but this part's not going to resonate for all of you out there. There's a huge possibility that you guys could very well be dating a single mom or a single dad. If that is the case, I do see this person talking about you to like their, you know, child and or children with the intentions of introducing you to this child of theirs or these children of theirs. Is basically what I'm getting. I am definitely getting that strongly. There's a possibility that this person, yeah, I am getting that there's a possibility that this person in particular may have never introduced like another woman to their child and or children, or another man to like their child and or children. I am definitely getting that strongly. So this might be like a first for them. But I am definitely getting them having conversations, you know, with a child, specifically a child and or children, about you, with the intentions of introducing you to this, you know, child of theirs or children of theirs, is basically what I'm getting. But that part's not going to resonate for everybody out there. Now, the other storyline that I am definitely getting is, well, this. With the Knight of Pentacles to the Sun, to the Knight of Cups coming out here, to the Eight of Pentacles, to the Nine of Pentacles, you know, I do feel like this person kind of has like a rough idea of what they could possibly do on their behalf to like, how do I explain this? To like eliminate their doubts, their reservations, their worries, their concerns, you know, things of that nature. Like, this person knows of a way to kind of eliminate all of those things. And it might just be a simple case of them taking things extremely slowly with you and like really getting to know you. You know what I mean? Or this, you know, could be a simple case of this person asking you 99 questions about, you know, your past and how you were in previous relationships. So that way they can gauge if you are somebody who's trustworthy or not, or big on commitment and loyalty or not. Like, I just kind of feel like this person knows exactly what they need to do to bring peace to their mind when it comes on to you and this dynamic that the two of you share with one another. Whether that's them asking you a boatload of questions about your past and the way that you were, and, previous relationships, or, you know, a simple case of them taking things extremely slowly with you, so that way they could take their time to really, really get to know you before they decide to, like, you know, jump into a full-blown committed relationship with you, which I do think that that's something that this person should totally do with you, or just in general. And the main reason why I say that is because a Queen of Pentacles is somebody who's like typically known for taking things extremely slowly within romantic relationships, because they like to like really take their time when it comes down to that. So I think that it would be extremely beneficial for them to like take things very slowly with you and really, really get to know you, and kind of hold off, I would say, on making any major life decisions with you, like, you know, jumping into a committed relationship with you, getting a place with you, starting a family with you. Like, these are things that this person should definitely avoid for right now, because of the simple fact that there's so much fear on their behalf and they don't feel entirely safe and secure. I think that if this person were to, like, for example, jump into a committed relationship with you, that fear is just going to increase. This overwhelming feeling of them not feeling safe and secure just yet is just going to, again, increase. So I think that these are things that this person should avoid doing for right now. And just take things slowly with you and really take their time to essentially get to know you, because I feel like if they decide to go about it in that manner, they'll find themselves eventually reaching this point of feeling safe and secure with you. They'll eventually find themselves reaching this point of feeling like, okay, like they don't have anything to worry about when it comes on to you, and they'll feel comfortable enough to jump into a relationship with you and make major life decisions with you. But for right now, I think that those are things that this person should avoid primarily. And it's not because of anything that's, you know, it's not because of, you know, you or anything like that. It's just because of this fear that they're experiencing here on their behalf, and the fact that they don't feel safe and secure, because you're dealing with a Queen of Pentacles. A Queen of Pentacles is somebody who needs to feel safe and secure within a relationship with a man or a woman. It doesn't matter. They need to feel safe and secure with the man that they're with or the woman that they're with. And when they don't feel safe and secure, it causes a lot of stress for them. It causes a lot of anxiety for them, a lot of worry, a lot of concern, a lot of fear. And if they were to turn around and make a major life decision with you, all of that's just going to get worse and intensify. Unfortunately, this is why these are things that this person should avoid doing for right now, until they feel comfortable enough to turn around and make a major life decision, you know, with you. And I am definitely getting that, you know, eventually they will, but they know what they have to do. Like, I keep getting that. Like, they know exactly what they have to do to like eliminate their worries, their concerns, and their fears in regards to you. Whether that's taking their time to get to know you, asking you a boatload of questions about how you were in previous relationships, and, you know, things of that nature. Like, they're going to do whatever they know they need to essentially do to reach this point of eventually feeling safe and secure with you. It's just a matter of them essentially doing it. And once they do it, they're going to notice themselves feeling far more safe and secure with you. They're going to notice themselves feeling like they don't really have anything to worry about when it comes down to you. They just got to do it. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's what I have for you. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated. And I will see you guys in your next reading. Bye.